And welcome back to another battle report. We will be having the Tau Empire versus the White Scars. But we're going to do something a little different. We got our hands on some, what is this? This is the 8th edition ITC Champions missions. We're going to be doing scenario 2, which I believe was called Cut to the Heart. We're running 2,000 points. Here in a minute, we'll do the armies and armies on parade. When we do Armies on Parade, we'll tell you the missions that we have selected and all that fun stuff. But I believe Cut to the Heart has an objective in each deployment zone and an objective in the center of the battlefield. If you control the center objective and the objective in your opponent's deployment zone, you score 1 point. And then we have each picked 3 secondary objectives that we can score up to 4 points for each of those. And we will be back in a moment to show you all the armies and tell you what our selections for secondary missions have been. And then we'll show you all the battlefield and we'll get this battle started. And we'll be back in a moment. For our Tau Empire, we are running 2 battalions and a vanguard. This is kind of basically the same list I ran last time. We have Shadow Sun with her shield drone and a command link drone. We have an Ethereal as our Warlord with the Warlord trait through Unity Devastation and the Puretide Engram Neurochip for his signature system. Backing them up in the battalion are 3 7-man Fire Warrior teams, a 3-man Crisis Suit team. The leader of the Crisis Suit team is using the Iridium Suit, and they have 2 Cyclic Ion Rifles, an ATS, and 5 shield drones. Next, we have 3 broadsides with high-yield missiles, smart missiles, and ATS, and backing them up are 6 shield drones. For the Vanguard, we have a Cold Star Commander with 3 fusion cannons and an Onager Gauntlet and a shield generator. And backing him up in the Vanguard are 3 Riptides, all armed with burst cannons, smart missiles, ATS, and velocity trackers. Not really going to be a whole lot of help in this fight, but oh well, can't win them all. So, this will be our Tau for this battle. We have chosen the secondary missions of Old School, which is Slay the Warlord, Linebreaker,
First Strike, and Last Blood.
First Strike and Last Blood. You get 1 point for each of those if you can pull them off. And then we have Big Game Hunter, which is 4 models of 7 wounds or more, vehicles or monsters of 7 wounds or more. Yeah. I get a point each for those. And then marked for death, I have to pick 4 units that are 7 power level or higher. And I get 1 point for each of those units I take out. So that ought to be kind of interesting. And like I say, here's our Tau. And we will be back in a moment to show you all the White Scars. For the White Scars, we are starting off with.
Alright, I'm going to start off with my Spearhead. My first heavy support is my Centurion Devastators. Each one has heavy bolters, dual heavy bolters, and Centurion missile launchers rather than the Hurricane bolters. And of course the Sergeant does have the Omniscope, and they've got the Decimator protocols, which allow them to ignore the heavy weapon penalty for movement and also to ignore cover. Behind them is the Predator. Predator has the Predator autocannon on the top and 2 las cannons on the sponsons. Finishing off the Spearhead is 10 Hellblasters, all with the standard plasma incinerators. I didn't take the heavy or assault or anything like that. And they are embarked upon the Repulsor, which is very close to what you see. It's got the heavy Onslaught Gatling Cannon, the Onslaught Gatling Cannon, twin las cannon, but instead of, well actually I think these are supposed to be Frag Storm grenade launchers, but it's also got 2 Crack Storm grenade launchers, but instead of the Storm Bolters and auto launchers, I've got a total of 5 frag storm grenade launchers. So I don't have the auto launchers for the smoke screen, and I don't have any storm bolters. Moving over, I've got my leaders, each with a squad of tactical marines embarked on the Razorbacks. The Razorbacks both have twin heavy bolters on them. I can't find my other set of heavy bolters. I know I've got them around here somewhere. So just to indicate that they have a weapon on top, he's got the twin las cannons. But they're actually heavy bolters. Okay. The leaders themselves are both, they're outfitted the same, but the reason I'm using one of my, the dark colored one is because of, he's my warlord. Okay. My warlord has the Storm of Fire warlord trait, which I have been normally taking. So, okay. But they're outfitted with power swords and master crafted bolt guns, as well as bolt pistols and grenades. Okay. Pretty much standard loadout.
Sounds nasty.
Each of the 5-man squads, unfortunately, I did not have the points to give them the plasma pistols like they're actually equipped with, so they've actually only got regular bolt pistols. But they do have the chain swords for the sergeants, and then each squad is exactly as you see them, 3 bolters each, regular bolt gun guys. This one has a plasma cannon, and this one has a missile launcher. Okay. Moving over to the Dreadnought, which goes to my Vanguard. The regular Dreadnought has the assault cannon. He's really kind of messed up as far as actual equipment. He's actually got the original assault cannon rather than me replacing it with the multi-melta. So he's got an assault cannon here, and I replaced the Redemptor Fist and heavy flamer with the missile launcher. Okay. So he's purely ranged weapon attack. Okay. Now these guys are pretty close. Well, actually, I think they are pretty much what you see. The Redemptor Fist has the Onslaught Gatling cannon on it instead of the heavy flamer. They do have the rocket pods up top. The Storm Bolters are actually frag storm grenade launchers, and these are accurate. One's a macro plasma incinerator, and then one's a heavy Onslaught Gatling gun.
All right. And your traits, your secondaries were?
My secondary was started with Big Game Hunter. Not sure I'm going to get too much for that, since only his Riptides are really going to be scoring if I get them. I've also got Butcher's Bill, which every 2 units that are destroyed, I can get a point. And then I've also got Ground...
In a turn.
In a turn, yeah. I do understand that. I just forgot to mention that. But yes, Butcher's Bill, it has to be 2 in each turn, and I can get a point for it. Okay. And then I also have Ground Control, which at the end of the game, I score 1 for each objective marker that I control.
Okay. And this is the Marine Army White Scars for this battle. This is our battlefield. We have, let's see if I can... No, that's all the way out. Okay, let's bring this up. We got buildings here. This is the White Scar side. They have put their objective marker right there. Some buildings over there. We have the one objective marker in the middle. This is the Tau side. We put our objective marker, I don't think you can see it, but it's down in that building right there. There it is. Okay. Some buildings over there. But this is the battlefield we will be fighting on. He won the roll-off to determine deployment zones. So Tau will be placing the first model on the battlefield, and we will be back in a moment after deployment. And we'll see how this is going to go. Okay, so for deployment, those fire warriors are hiding in that building, and the commander is hiding behind the building. That group of fire warriors is sitting on the objective in there. Everything else is piled up basically on top of this little platform here. I did spend the 2 command points to give myself cover for first turn. And these guys right here are all sitting in reserve for the Marines. Everybody's basically right here. And then the Centurion Devastators are over there. We did do the roll-off, and the Marines won. So, that +1 helped. So we are now going into the Marine movement phase, and we will be back in a moment after they move all their stuff. So for the White Scars movement phase, that Dreadnought moved up to there. He moved to there. The two Razorbacks stayed still. The Predator stayed still. The TAC squad disembarked and headed into the ruins right there. The two Redemptor Dreadnoughts headed that way. The Centurion Devastators have moved up, I think, a little bit over there. And everybody else piled out over here. Pretty uneventful. So we will now go into the shooting phase. Who would you like to show, sir?
Now, did we say since it's second level, I can actually shoot him into the crisis, right? Or this broadsides?
Yeah. As long as if we understand it, first level of a ruin is line of sight blocking. But since that Predator is on an elevated platform, he should be able to shoot over the first level to draw a line of sight to these guys right here. So he should be able to shoot them. If we're wrong on that, let us know. Because inquiring minds would like to know.
It's over 18, so all my launchers are going to be out of the way. But more than likely, I'm going to start with the Predator into the broadsides. And then whatever I can.
Oh, blurry. Move too fast. Oops. Predator is firing on the broadsides. He will be minus 200 to hit.
Okay. I get a bonus 199 because of Imperial Spirit.
Okay.
Alright, so I'll start with the
shenanigans. They are hybrid broadside stealth suits.
I done got him on speed dial. Alright, so two las cannons.
Okay.
Them first. Both hit.
Okay.
Both wounded -3.
You know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I know.
Drone died. Drone lived. Now, this came up at a recent tournament, and if people can answer this question, I have been told that there was a nerf to the Savior protocols, and that it no longer converts the wound damage profile to a mortal wound, but you have to roll the 5-up invul for every single wound that would take damage. So a d6 damage, he would still roll his damage, and I would have to take a mortal wound for each one. But
or save the wound for each one.
The way I see it worded on the thing, it's still the same. So if we're wrong, let us know that it has been changed, or the person that was trying to tell me that it was changed was wrong. Let me know.
Alright.
Another inquiring mind wants to know.
So, one drone's dead.
Yes.
So I got 4 left.
5. That unit's got 6.
Oh, it's Crisis got 5.
Half.
Okay. So anyway, Predator autocannon. 5 shots.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s, wounding on
Nothing.
3s. Oh, I don't even have to roll, so they just wound, right?
They don't wound at all.
Alright. No, they just wound on a nothing.
No. They don't wound. Once.
Captain.
You roll 1.
Alright, so 3 hit.
Minus.
It'll be -2. 1 wound.
Huh? Oh, only 1 wounded at -2?
Yeah.
I do have the cover save. So you're going from 2 up to a 3 up standard save. Why not just roll it and see what happens? Saved.
Okay.
That is it for the Predator.
Okay.
So we will be back in a moment. That Predator... Oh, why am I not rotating? There we go. That Predator did not live up to expectations.
Not even
He is
close.
going to be busted back down to a Rhino here in a minute. So we will be back in a minute after the rest of the shooting phase, and we'll see how this is going to go. Alright, so at the end of the shooting phase, we took 4 wounds onto 1 broadside, and we lost 3 drones. And that was it. That's it for his turn 1. He scored no points.
Just 1 for having an objective.
You don't score on having an objective.
Each turn it score 1 if you have 1 or more objectives. And if I killed anything. And then at the end of the battle round, if I have more objectives than you,
Where did
or
you
killed
see that
one.
one?
It was on the scoring before the secondary objective.
I think that was an example, but we'll take a look at it and make sure. We'll see in a minute. He may have scored a point. We'll have to figure that one out. Back in a second after tau movement. Movement phase, very uneventful. Commander has moved up over here. He's going to try and take out that. Oh, and for big game hunter, I had to have vehicles or monsters.
With 7 or more wounds.
With 7 or more wounds. So that's the repulsor, the 2 razorbacks, and the predator. And then the marked are the 3 dreadnoughts and the centurion over there. Are my marked. 7 power level or more. And they're my marked. So hopefully we can knock out some marked and some other stuff in this round. And then the other one, slay the Warlord Linebreaker. I got to kill something on the first turn and the last turn.
Yeah.
First blood, last one. So, okay. So, let's do some killing. Shadow Sun. Oh, and those guys, those Marines moved up. Those Marines, I'm sorry, those Fire Warriors moved up into that building from outside. Shadow Sun has used Cayenne and Command and Control node and put the Command and Control node on the broadsides. The Riptides should have reroll all field hits. The broadsides have reroll all field hits, all field wounds. We're going to start with the broadsides. And they are putting their high yields into that repulsor. And their smart missiles are going into... Let me see right quick. What has range?
I'm almost in range for anything.
Yeah. So he's going to put the smart missiles into the Centurions over there in the building. So let's roll some dice. Since the smart missiles don't need to have line of sight, they can hit those guys hiding in that building. So a whole lot of missiles going at that repulsor. 4 up to hit with reroll all field hits, all field wins.
Say 4 up to hit?
4 up. Basic tau shooting. And I don't carry marker lights because they just seem to die. For some reason, everybody wants to shoot my marker lights turn 1 when I put them on the battlefield. I don't know why.
I don't bother.
Well, you're not the only one.
I don't bother shooting marker lights. I just want to shoot everything that will get the advantage from it.
Alright, not that great. Still enough, but not that great. Strength 7, toughness 8. I do believe.
Or was it
The
repulsor?
repulsor. Alright, so 5s. Thank Lord for rerolls. Still not great. I'm gonna hurt it, but
9.
8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 at -2. Wonderful. Five. So 1, 2, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12.
Okay.
I should have, because I am an idiot and I always forget to do this. I did not choose my warlords through Unity Devastation. Alright, and then smart missiles at the Centurion. 4s with reroll. Toughness 5. So 1 more than the standard Marine.
Yeah, the toughness 5.
4s. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12 at -1, ignoring cover.
Okay, 3 up.
Yeah, I know. 3 up involved, 3 up involved.
No, it's not involved. Just 3
Oh,
up.
3 up, that's right. Base armor 2.
I don't have any involves on except for the captains.
Oh.
Those are the only 2 that have involved saves on my board.
I'm sorry. Kill any of them?
1 wound.
Ah, okay. Alright, so we did 1 wound on 1 Centurion. That was not uneventful. But we did do a lot of wounds on that repulsor. So we'll be back in a minute after the rest of the shooting phase and we'll see how this goes. Okay, so at the end of the shooting phase, there's a big hole right there. We took out the repulsor. We took out a good number of Marines over there. He's down to 1 wound. He is getting charged by the commander. So, roll your Overwatch, sir.
Assault cannon.
2. Strength.
5.
Force.
1. -1.
He is in cover, so that will save. Regardless. 3 up armor.
Missile missed.
Missile miss. Alright.
Yeah, because I was just going to use
2 dice.
Snake eyes.
8. 8 will definitely get him there.
Okay.
So we have 1 hit with the Onager Gauntlet, hitting on 3s.
So it's a -1 to hit, yeah.
Huh?
It's -1 because of like the Power Fest?
No.
Oh.
Onager Gauntlet does not affect the ability of the guy to hit. Full Star, Weapon Skill 3. It's under Signature Systems. Probably because it's not an actual weapon that people can take. And they can only use it once per melee. So 1 hit, hitting on 3s. He will hit. Strength 10, so 3s. He rolls a 1. Have I command pointed this?
Not
Yes,
this
I have.
phase. This is 5 phase.
Oh, this is 5 phase. Okay, so we're going to have to command point that. He will wound. It is -4
Okay, so
for D6. Let me see how bad I punch through him. For 5 wounds. He does not explode. But the Onager Gauntlet has 1 in melee combat. Okay. So,
I could have heroically intervened.
could have heroically intervened.
I didn't.
You didn't. You should have. Okie dokie. We're going to 3 use consolidation, but I am not going to take it because I have to go towards the nearest enemy. I will sit there on my cover and just be happy. So that will end Tau turn 1. I am going to score 1 point for marked, 1 point for Big Game Hunter, and if we're counting it, 1 point for guys on the objective.
Yep. And then I just got the 1 for a guy on the objective.
Yes. And that will end round 1, and we will be back in a moment for White Scars movement, round 2. Okay, so for Marines movement, that guy moved into the building. Those guys are sitting right there. The Razorback stayed still. One of the Redemptors moved up. The Centurions kind of shuffled around a little bit. And the Captain moved back. I don't think he likes him sitting there. So going into the shooting phase, sir, who shall shoot first?
I will start with the Predator. Into the broadsides again. Same effect.
Firing for effect.
This time
Poor
I will
guy.
start with the Predator autocannon.
Predator autocannon. 3 shots.
2.
Oh, 2 shots. D3. That's right.
Yeah.
Did not degrade him enough to make it.
1 hit though.
1 hit though.
Actually, I saved that wound, so he's not degraded at all.
Yeah.
Not even hurt.
1.
No, I saved it.
Why
Only
is he
-2
down
is
to
5. He's only got 11.
I thought you had 12 of them.
No.
Oh.
Unless it get moved over. Okay, so 1 hit. Wound at -2.
No cover this turn. So I'll throw that on drone. Maybe. Goes to the drone. Drone lives. Alright, las cannons.
Both hit.
Oh. 1.
1 wound at -4.
See if we can throw it on a drone. That we can.
I hit that 2 up.
And the drone lives. We can keep going. What do you want to shoot?
Let me go with all the Hell Blasters into the commander.
Can't.
Why not?
Because it's not nice and it's rude.
You killed my repulsor. I'll show you rude.
I'm
gonna try.
I punched your dreadnought to death with a POW unit. That's worse than what I did to your... That repulsor in shooting phase is expected. Dreadnought in melee. That's just rude. Okay, blow him up. I didn't expect him to live, but he was just going in there before me.
They're all in rapid fire, so. And that captain's within 6 inches. Alright, so just remove the 2s. Damn it. Okay, yeah. That's still 14 hits.
Strength what?
7. That's plasma.
3.
Alright. Huh, 12. 12 wounds at -4.
So he can drop that down to a -3 before control.
Should always start. Right next to Captain, I've rerolled.
Reroll that one.
That's still 6.
That's command point 1. Ah, didn't make it.
Okay.
Got my command point back. So he's gonna die. Heroically.
Alright, he can't really see, but so his heavy bolter isn't going to do anything this round. Twin heavy bolters from this guy onto the Riptide.
Twin?
From this Razorback.
Okay, we're going to be back in a minute after the rest of the shooting phase. And hopefully that Razorback doesn't do anything to that Riptide. So, I was talking and I wasn't recording. In the shooting phase, we lost a broadside and 3 shield drones, and that Riptide in the back corner over there took 4 wounds. And that was about it. No charges were declared, and we will be back in a moment after Tau movement phase. So last turn I got completely brain dead and ditzy and forgot to do a lot of things. This turn I did not. Shadow Sun has used Kayun for her 2nd time and command and control node on those 2 remaining broadsides. My Riptides have gone with branched reactor on that Riptide right there. Shields on these 2 right here. The branched reactor is running gun and shield. And the Warlord has picked through Unity Devastation on that Predator right there. So, now, let the shooting commence. We will be putting the high yield missiles off of the broadsides into the Predator. And we will be putting the smart missiles into the Centurions again. No, maybe not. Yeah, we'll go for the Centurions. Why not? That sounds like fun. Centurions for the win. So, I must take out because somebody beat up on one of my broadsides. I have to take out 8 dice. So, into the Predator, high yield missiles, hitting on 4s, wounding on 5s. Because he is toughness 7 or toughness 8?
7.
7, so wounding on 4s. 4 and 4. I should remember that. I hate to say this, at one time that Predator was mine. Alright, there's 4s and 4s to wound. I think that Predator might be in store for a very bad day. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 at -2. Where's the die go? Under the table.
Yeah, went all the way under.
Okay, 9 at -2. I will go get the party roll.
Okay, he's probably dead. 6 of them.
If he's not dead, he's going to be hurting.
1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 11. He didn't blow up.
Huh. Alright.
Ah, that's what takes the
You
turret
don't
off too.
dump the turret in the cup.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I had a hold of it.
Okay. High yields or smart missiles into the train. Hitting on 4s. Strength 5, so wounding on 3s. You're supposed to disagree with me. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. -1. Ignores cover.
One more.
One more wound?
Yep.
So one has 2?
Yep.
Alright. So at least we're gonna score a point for taking out that tank. We'll be back in a minute after the Riptides do their shooting. Their shooty, and we'll see what we can do. So, the Predator is dead. The Warlord is dead. He died by concentrated fire from the crisis suits right here. The one with the macro cannon took some wounds, and we killed 1 Centurion Devastator. For the round, it was 5 points to 2 points.
Yeah.
5 points to 2 points. I got Big Game Hunter, marked for death. No, I didn't get marked for death this turn. I got Big Game Hunter, Slay the Warlord, an objective, and I killed more guys than him. We forgot that one on the last one. So that's going to end round 2, and we will come back in a moment for round 3. So about the only exciting thing that happened in the movement phase is the Hellblasters have entered the building. They have entered the building. And that is it. Everybody else has stayed still. They are at the ready, and they are preparing to fire. Who shall shoot first, sir?
Let me just go ahead and go with... Start with the Centurions. Missiles.
The Centurions.
First the missiles. All on everything on the broadside from the Centurion.
No.
Missiles. 3 shots.
No.
2 hits. Strength of 8, I believe. Both wounded -2.
4 ups. Roll save. 4 and a 5. My broadsides are going to say no.
That Redemptor is now within 18 inches of him, so it'll be the heavy onslaught, Icarus, and both frag storms.
Where?
All on that Riptide.
All on that side Riptide over there.
Yep.
I don't like him. At least this time he's got his 3 of pinfall.
True. But I got enough shots.
I didn't forget this turn.
Hopefully I just got enough shots. Something's bound to wound him.
Okay.
Alright. 1 shot with the Icarus. Hit. No wound. Onslaught. Alright. 2 wounds. -1.
3 up or 3 up. And those are 4 and 6.
Heavy onslaught. Good thing the captain's right there. Three and -1. Six shots. Everything hit. 1. Okay, so that was useless.
Did I get that one down to even degraded yet, or?
No, he's not quite degraded yet.
It's not right.
So screwed up. I got heavy bolters from on the broadsides, but oh well.
Go
Right,
ahead, go ahead, roll. You just jumped to the other guy, but all this backtrack.
Alright.
You weren't nice enough to let me backtrack a minute ago. You know, I'll let you.
Fours, so 5 at -1.
Saved.
Okay.
One more thing to shoot. So, actually, I think you only got 3 more things. Yeah, 3 more things to shoot. 4.
Macro cannon and Icarus into the Riptide. I guess it's an onslaught into the broadsides.
Okay.
There's an onslaught into the broadsides real quick. He didn't move, so.
Yeah, he's fine.
Alright, 3 at -1.
Good.
Icarus.
2 up armor.
3 shots. Everything hit.
No, the 2 doesn't hit.
The +1. I'm only hitting on 3s to begin with anyway.
Oh, base 3, yeah, right.
And that is strength 7, so 4s. Alright, 2 at -1.
Go! They go through.
Right. 5 up? Or 6 up?
6 up, that's right.
Okay.
2s again.
And then that just leaves the macro cannon.
Dun dun.
5 shots. I never got to declare overcharge or anything, but that's okay. Alright. Oh. Still a 1. Okay. So 3 hits. 2 wounds at -4.
Alright. I think you've just got a few little things left, so we'll be back in a minute after the rest of the shooting phase. Oh, we killed 2 drones over here with Savior Protocols. And he did 2 wounds to the Riptide over here. And that was it. We scored 2 points. End of turn. For holding 2 objectives.
That's in battle now.
No, that's in turn.
player turn is holding an objective, 1 or more.
1 point.
But holding more objectives is at the end of battle round.
Okay, so right now
I've got 1 point.
So now, yeah, right now you got 1 point, and then you'll get another point at the end of the battle round. So you got 2 points a turn so far?
Right now, just turn one, just one.
Ah, okay. Well, I mean, you did 1, 2. This will be 2 because you're going to be holding that one in the middle at the end of the battle round.
End of the battle round, yeah. I'll probably have to.
Okay, so we're going in town movement phase. I don't think it's going to be very eventful movement phase, but we'll see how it goes. I got to figure some stuff out. This is bottom of turn 3?
Yeah.
Okay, back in a moment. Okay, so in the movement phase, the crisis suits have ran into that building. They're hiding. They're hiding for a little while. These fire warriors advanced up to here. Shadow Sun has moved out over to there. And the Ethereal did Sense of Stone. All the Riptides took their shields. That one right there took the Branched Reactor for shield and gun. And these fire warriors over here advanced up to here. Crazy ideas, but hopefully this works. Now, for the shooting phase, I got to look at that. I think she can do her command link drone if she moves, if she can. She's going to give it to the broadsides to reroll ones. I don't think she has to stay stationary for that to work. I'm going to check right quick. And once that's done, the broadsides are going to be putting their high yields into the wounded Redemptor, and the smart missiles will just go ahead and rain down on your blasters. I don't think I can knock them off that objective this turn, but I got a turn or two to put some shots into them. Check this right quick. See when you have to do it. Within 3 inches, command link drone is within 3 inches at the start of the shooting phase. She can tie a unit within 12 inches of the drone and reroll hit rolls with 1. So the broadsides will be rerolling ones. Doesn't say anything about her having to stay stationary. So, I could have stayed put and gave her another command and control node to have them reroll all failed wounds as well. Hopefully, I won't need it. So broadsides into that damaged Redemptor. Just re-rolling ones, not all failed. Strength 7, toughness 7. So 4 throwing. Four at -2. Three. 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Not enough to kill it. Oh, just that all over again. Threes. 5 at -1. So 5 4-ups, sir.
One dead.
One dead, one wounded? Because
Yep.
I think one was already wounded.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Alright, so we'll be back in a minute after the rest of the shooting. And hopefully we can knock out some of those Redemptors. I'm hoping we can anyway. We'll see how this goes. In the shooting phase, we just killed that one Redemptor and we killed 2 Centurions? 2 Centurions, that was it.
Oh no, you killed one last round.
Oh, we killed one last round. We killed one this round. One last round, one this round. And I did 2 wounds to the Razorback. Yes. Yes. Because only 1 shot, you saved the rest.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So that is it. We're going into round 4. 5.
4.
Oh, that's right. I did 2 more. Okay, so that is it. We're going into round 4. Okay, so the White Scars are just going to try and kill some stuff this turn. Everybody's kind of moved up around that Redemptor. Some of the Hellblasters have come out of the building. What is your order of attack, sir?
Let me start with the Centurion.
Okay.
Heavy bolters into the broadside, missile into the drone.
Why are you picking on the drone?
Get rid of it.
Drone's -1 to hit.
2 shots.
Shadow Stone's drones and this one to hit along with Shadow Stone. No one.
Okay, so heavy bolters into the broadside.
Two.
3. -1.
Alright. 2 go through.
Alright.
5 down to 3 wounds. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, didn't get you back.
Alright.
So.
Redemptor. Everything into the Riptide.
Which one?
The one I've been picking on.
Alright.
Alright, so Onslaught, Heavy Onslaught, and Icarus. And just for good measure, the Frag Storm's on the drone. So, hitting on 4 for the Onslaught. Capture's right there, but it's not reroll 2s.
No.
Both wounded, -1.
No, both go through.
Okay. Sense of Stone.
Oh.
Okay.
No, they both go through.
Alright, Heavy Onslaught.
Well, those you get to reroll.
No, just not these. Okay. Alright, and wounding on 5s. 4. -1. Two more, alright. Alright. Then
Down to 3.
And Icarus. 3 shots. Those would be hitting on 3s, right?
What's your base?
Because I didn't. Well, 4.
So yeah, -1, 3.
Alright, so all 3 hit. 3's the wound.
I thought they were strength 7.
Oh, 4, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 1. -1.
Sorry.
Okay. Alright.
Fractions
5 shots.
would be -1 to hit.
3.
Toughness 4.
1 wound.
He does not say.
Alright, cool.
Picking on my drones.
Alright. This one, twin heavy bolter into the broadsides.
Okay.
Roll 1s, thankfully. That one was cocked, so. Oh, well.
We roll 1, so.
Okay, so. 4 hits.
No.
Strength 5?
No. That's right. One wound.
1 and minus 1.
That's safe.
Okay.
Huh. Where's that last one going?
Same thing in the broadside.
Same thing into the broadside. Okay. Aren't those heavy?
I think that one was a
You had
4.
2 3s.
Yeah, I took 2
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if a heavy bolter was actually a heavy weapon or if it was an assault.
No, it's a heavy.
Okie dokie.
Missile into the riptide.
Do it.
The hit. It is a wound at minus 2. Alright.
That is not safe. I have to command point it.
3 points.
Or else you're going to blow him up. For 3 points, you'll kill him. Please. That is not. So you rolled a 3?
Yeah.
Let's see if I get 3. Nope. He is dead. You got slaughtered a riptide. I do not like you anymore. I think that's everybody, isn't it?
6 Hellblasters into Shadow Sun.
I think they're too far over. Yeah, they're farther than the... Okay, go ahead. Shadow Sun's about to have a bad day.
I'm
But
hoping.
that's okay. She did her job. Minus 1 to hit. Remember that.
Okay. Reroll once. I had like 5 once, so. Alright, what was the
3?
toughness 3?
No, you only wounded with 3.
Oh.
Ones aren't going to wound.
Well, I know the ones weren't.
5 up invul. And 6 up, feel no pain. Took 2.
Okay.
I think that's everybody.
Yep.
That is everybody. Alrighty. That was one of your...
Big game, huh?
Yeah, one of your units. And you have 2 objectives. Not bad. So we'll be back in a minute after town movement phase. See what we're going to do. Eventful town movement phase, because I think I've got this figured out what I need to do. We'll see how this works. We did branched reactor on the one in the back, and this one took its shield. So I need to roll 2 cents of stones. The one in the back, nothing, nothing. So that didn't work. Oh, I need my, see if I got my command point back. I do not. I'm down to 2. Alright, so shooting phase. We're going to start with the Lady of the Battlefield, Shadow Sun, is going to be putting her fusion cannons into that Redemptor. Hopefully she can take it out. Hitting on 2s. Whew, thank God for that. Strength 8, so wounding on 3s. Don't roll that again. 1 at minus 4. 4, 5. Alright, you didn't blow up. That's part 1 of the plan. It has worked. Part 2 of the plan will be... Ooh, that was a bad idea. Should have done that a different way. But alright, we're good. High yields into the wounded Razorback, and smart missiles into the Centurions. Okay. Dang it. Dropping dice everywhere. Alright. Other one's under my foot. Oh. There's one over there. One. Okay, strength 7, toughness is 7. Force to wound. That is a very mad broadside. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7 at -2. Two. Oh, dang! That was ugly! One at -1 on the Centurion. I'm plinking them away! I cannot believe that! Oh, Razorbacks do not want to die. Okay,
Centurions don't want to live.
Do this a different way. So I was hoping to do this a different way. We'll have to shoot the back. Okay, that one's going to put his burst cannon into the one in the back, because he can draw a line of sight from his head to back there. And he's going to put his smart missiles into the Centurion.
Okay.
Hit on 4s. No. Wounding on 5s. 2 at -2.
Oh, 4 damage.
You got a little mad. I think you had done that a minute ago. For a wound roll. 3 on the Centurion at -1.
Okay.
Oh no, that's the one. We should be fine. So we've got 2 wounds. Ah!
No, he's got 1 left.
You just want to be difficult. The one with the burst cannon is going to put the burst cannon into the Hellblasters and the smart missiles into the Centurion. Me didn't give me my reroll 1. Okay, 3 to win. 6 -1, because you'll get cover safe. And 5s. 2. -1 on the Centurion.
Going to the Smart Missile Strength 5.
Well, 2 5s.
Did you have a 4?
I think so. Did I?
I don't remember.
I thought it was 2 5s and some 3s and some 2s, but okay. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, he gave it to me. He's dead.
Alright. That's it for my shooting phase. No declarable charges. Don't take those.
Come here.
Okay, that's it for tile shooting phase for turn 4. The Centurion died, so that's...
Another mark for death?
Yeah, that's all 4 of my marks for death. The 3 dreadnoughts and the Centurion. I've got 2 of the hunters left. 2 of the big game hunters left. And then all the other points I scored on the rounds.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. We'll be back in a minute, or do you want to...
It's 18 to 7.
Ah. Okay. I think we're going to call this one.
I can't even get all of mine and get up to 18 points.
Okay. If we were scoring it right.
Yeah, if we're scoring it right, there's no way I can catch up, period.
Okay, so I'll show this picture in a minute and people can tell us if we were scoring this right or not. So the question is when you're looking at the rules, you get to this sheet right here. Is this an example of scoring, or are these in effect during the game? Plus this one right here. This is a scenario we did, cut to the heart. But when you're going through the rules, you get to this little section right here. So are these little things right here in effect? Or is that just an example of when you score points for objectives and stuff like that? So we don't know. But other than that, I scored... nobody scored the cut to the heart objective.
Yeah,
mine. But I scored 4, and I will have a line breaker, Slay the Warlord, Last Blood. So I got 4 for my Old Blood.
Old School.
Old School. Got 4 for Old School, 4 for Mark for Death, and 2 for... I hit the limit and my video stopped recording. So like I said, we've got... And you got 1. I don't know which ones you had.
I got Big Game Hunter once.
And the other one was kill 2 units in a turn.
I never got that.
No.
Actually, I think I might have by killing the drone and the Riptide. Because I think I killed them both last time.
Yes, you did.
So it's 18 to 8.
18 to 8. Was it if we scored that part right?
I'm pretty sure that's right. I mean,
yeah.
Unless we're actually using tactical objective cards.
Yeah.
That would probably be the objective.
Okay. This is our first attempt at an ITC game. We've probably done lots of things wrong. If you see something we did wrong, let us know so we don't do it again. And we're going to keep trying these out. We're just going to like randomly roll and pick our secondaries and try this out for a little bit. And see how it goes. And hopefully we're going to get this all figured out and start having some fun with it. Picking the right secondaries is going to be crucial. Okay. He's mad at one of my Hell Blasters that I sold him. Its arm keeps falling off. So we'll see y'all later. I hope y'all like the battle report, and we'll see y'all again next week for the next battle.